Peninsula to do a little enjoyment of the winter before it's gone, and get my motorcycle helmet. Taking my mom, or I guess it's my dad's now, but this was my mom's Jeep. She passed away about 10 years ago, and we just kept it for a spare vehicle. But yeah, I'm headed up with it. It's got 124,000 miles. So yeah, it's snowing out lightly right now. I don't know if that shows up in the screen, but yeah, there's a fair amount of snow on the ground. This Jeep has the 410 gears in it. It has the trailer towing package, so yeah, the RPM runs a little higher at most vehicles would cruising this speed, but I don't like to push it much over 70 with the 410 gears. Go to the left to go off to Traverse City. That is Indian River. It's kind of between Burt and Mullet Lake, and goes almost from Lake Michigan to Lake Huron across the peninsula. That top blue is Lake Huron, and that little blue in the very top corner by the plus is Mackinac Island. And you can see where I am, where the arrow is. And this is the area where Bob Krupa, the guy that put me in touch with Denny that bought the Catalina, he had a 60 Pontiac Catalina, but he had just taken a deposit on when Denny called him about it, and then he gave him my info, and he called me and bought my Catalina. This truck ahead of me, I don't know if he's going to sleep or what, but he keeps going off the road, and sometimes by quite a ways. Yeah, he's all over the road. I don't know if I want to go around him or not. And we're getting close to the bridge, maybe 7-8 miles. Yeah, he's completely off the road there. Just leaving it on in case he does a spectacular crash. He's not doing as bad now as he was earlier. He was completely over to the shoulder, almost into that snowbank at one time. Getting close to the bridge, I had to pass that truck. I don't know if he shows up in the mirror or not, but yeah, he's gonna wipe out. He's I don't know if it shows up, it's just nuts the amount of snow and slush he just throws when he goes over onto the shoulder. That's what people come up here to do. It's a big thing up here. Paradise, the place where the cottage is sometimes that's all you see are thousands of snowmobiles up there. Alright, the bridge, well, it shows up for me really well right now. Whether it does for my viewers, I don't know. I can see both towers, and when we get across the upper peninsula in St. Ignace, we got to stop and fill up with some gas. Yeah, you can't even see Mackinac Island out there. Not doing terribly fast here. I can't see what I'm videoing. I'm trying to drive and just holding the camera out the window. I don't know if an icebreaker went through there or if that is actually where a freighter went. I can't imagine a freighter getting through there, so I suspect one of the icebreakers went through there. I think that'll show up in the video. almost to the middle of the bridge. That weather station is at the middle. Right at the middle right there. So you're looking at the Upper Peninsula of Michigan right now. It's 300 miles from my house to the Straits, and then it's another 60 miles to the Bunkhouse. Alright, I'm going to turn this off and we'll stop and get gas here shortly. Finding the gas station entrance. A little bit of a chore.
0.6 miles, then turn right on First.
So we're going to get some accelerant here, like we're getting ready to do some serious snowmobiling. Really beautiful along M123 here. You go through these groves of evergreens and the snow is all stuck in the trees. This really looks nice. The Clementine River mouth. That's the boat where the boat launch is, to where we launch the boat here. I don't even know if I can see the river over the snow. It's all frozen anyway, but that is the Clementine River. Yeah, it's gonna be a nasty drive the rest of the way into Paradise, but that's just the way it goes. You can see where all the snowmobiles have been running there. Yeah, it's just a sheet of ice. It's drifting off. It's really beautiful though, but it's really drifting off those into the oncoming lane. That's Whitefish Bay, also known as Lake Superior. There's somebody out snow blowing with probably a tractor. Oh, he's using a walk-behind machine. Look at this. Absolutely snow galore. They get a lot of lake effect off Lake Superior here. And that was the hardware I almost bought up here. I just didn't want to move up here. A little isolated for me. There's a snowblower running up there, and Money says it's a tractor powered one. Yeah, it's a big tractor powered one. I don't know if we can. No, sorry, I can't. The snow's too deep, but it was like a big track. I guess seeing the traction's kind of poor, I decided to put it in the part-time four-wheel drive. Just give it a little workout. Well, the snow on the roof of that garage. I don't think they're going to get in their driveway. A lot of snow. Now remember, this is like the second week of March. Still a lot of snow up here. It'll probably be on the ground until the end of May. Yeah, they probably need that. Probably this time of year. I don't know if the snow depth shows up here or not. Widen the driveway up a little bit. Bunkhouse is being plowed out by a neighbor with his snowblower, and I thought I'd get a little video of it. I went over there and didn't have the camera. I had to come back and get it. So it's about, I don't know, a mile or two to between the two places. So anyway, we're headed over there. So because the driveway is so long over here, we're actually having it plowed through a neighbor's that keeps their place clear, and they're okay with us going through their property to get to our property because we let them go through our property to get out to the woods. So it's kind of a win-win. So this is getting in here, and the snow is probably where he hasn't snow blowed foot deep. And this thing, this little, you can see the tracks where I'd already driven the Jeep through once and turned it around right there. And then, like I said, this is a good foot of snow. And this is like I say, one of the neighbors' properties. And then this is where this is our driveway. That's our driveway right there. So yeah, it's even with, it's over the hood of the Jeep. It's above the, I just want to kind of show, if you can get the, you just need to put some perspective in it. I mean, there it is, the snow. And that's pretty consistent everywhere. This has not been, this is the first time this has been cleared out this winter, and my little tractor snowblower wouldn't do it, so we got this one out here. Like I say, he's a neighbor. It's a little diesel in the thing, and I'm just gonna park right here and walk up there. Pretty nuts, huh? This is the end of the winter. This is spring. We're 7 days from spring. I said, this is the end of the winter too. It's not even like January or February. The amount of snow here is nuts.
He's charging me $85 an hour. He's got an hour and a half in now.
Oh wow.
I reckon I should have had him do it along the way. Well, I'd probably have more than 100.
Yeah.
Gotta get it where I can turn the truck around in here.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good sized fan in there. Yeah, I'm a little exhausted from shoveling out the door. Shoveled out the one door there and the door to get in. There's no handles on these doors, so that's kind of the way in. Yeah.
That's close to 4 foot of snow right there.
Yeah, that's 4 foot, in case you can't read the tape measure.
Yeah.
So it's about 42, 43 inches of snow right there. And there's snow, you know, it's not coming up. That's pretty consistent, and it's actually higher in places in there where it drifted. Probably about 6 feet right there.
I'd say so. On Lynn's garage, when the snow slid off the garage, which is the same pitch as this, it came out a little over 15 feet. And I didn't want that to hit the bunkhouse. So now when it slides, it comes, a little further than what I am right now.
Let me back up so you can see the distance between the garage and you.
The snow will come off the roof this far. And sometimes,
Walk up the snow right onto the roof.
yeah, but sometimes what happens is the snow comes down, it's got nowhere to go like here, and it falls back, and if you got windows, it'll smash the windows out, like it has a couple houses 2 doors from us.
Broke their windows. Is that why the windows are up high?
That's why I had the windows put up high, yeah. And maybe I didn't have them put up high enough looking at the snow this year. Oh my God.
Nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Now stop there a minute. That first step that he took, he was on an ice level.
That
That one right there. Yeah, where there's staying on where it rained and it froze and got an ice level. Then up there you're going to sink in. Yeah, I see. Yeah, see. You wouldn't go very far.
You need snowshoes.
Definitely need snowshoes. Yeah.
Yeah, here. There, you can see the ice right there.
Yeah.
Right there. See?
Yeah.
Does that show up in the camera? So this is snow. That's where it thawed and rained and froze.
Yeah.
And then more snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that snow in here is fantastic, isn't it? Look at it. Oh my God. He's coming here with his, he had to get his, actually he got a snowblower that was narrower than the one he usually uses, but taller. So he can deal with deep snow. The wide one would just not be adequate, you know,
Bog down the engine.
bog everything down, yeah. So he got the narrow one in here.
There, now it's in 4-wheel drive low, part-time, and we're on solid ice. Doing about 10 miles an hour. It's already up in put it in third. It was in overdrive at about 15 miles an hour. I think this is 50-to-1 reduction in 4-low, and it's got 410 gears in the differentials. Is that correct? It has a trailer towing package, right?
Right, that's correct.
There, it's in overdrive, and we're doing 15 miles an hour. $15 miles an hour and a little over 1,250 RPM. It's good to use the four-wheel drive in this. Alright, this is the boat launch.
Well, it's really the boat launch
It's over there, yeah. Oh, there's boats in the back.
But you probably have a hell of a tough time launching your boat today.
And I've shown that in past videos.
Oh yeah, that old boat.
Yeah.
It's a neat old boat.
Oh, I can't go around.
Don't go over the bloody edge here.
In the drink.
We'll be in the drink.
Do they have like things running in the water to keep them from freezing in? Yeah, as I can see like an electric fan underwater.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. It's like a bubbler, yeah.
Keeps the water moving to keep it from freezing.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like they shoveled the boats too to probably keep the weight off, keep them from sinking.
Probably.
Huh. So all you can see is whitefish on the sign. You can't see the point or the boat launch. Yes. And then when you get up here, you can't even see the sign when you get up by the road. Sign disappears, so you can see a little snow on the top of it. Well, here we are back at the road. Let's head up. We're heading up to the point. This is the point, Whitefish Point Lighthouse. And not a bunch of motorhomes and RVs and people up here to the point today, is there?
No, it's pretty quiet here today.
It looks like I can get around the parking lot.
Oh, you too.
Yeah. Everything's really buried in snow. Maybe you want to take the camera and get some out the windows on that side?
Yeah. Gonna stop and walk out on the observation deck?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's too passable.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's on the walkway out there. Your feet are walking about a foot above the railing.
Oh yeah, I can see the snow's above the railing.
You
Yeah.
can see it out there or not.
Yeah, do you want to walk out there or no? It's up to you.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely icier than yesterday. Wow, we just slid right around. There, the tires are locked, completely locked.
You don't have ABS brakes on this?
No, this doesn't have ABS. Yeah, that's just 100% pure ice. It's like driving on a frozen lake with no snow, isn't it?
Yeah, like an ice skate rink.
Alright, Dad's backing out with his new all-wheel drive Journey. We're going to head downstate. Yeah, all-wheel drive, he needs that up here too, obviously. Yeah, the driveway's really gotten bad with the swarm up. Dad heading out with his new all-wheel drive Journey. Goes through this with no problem, just like the Cherokee. I would never get out of here with my two-wheel drive truck. I'd be stuck in here, no doubt. I even got a couple 100 pounds of weight in the back. I mean, look at this rut. Yeah, pretty messy. I only got a little better roads heading down and changed it to full-time four-wheel drive because it's not poor traction 100% of the time anymore. It still has poor traction areas and some rough areas, so I just, like I say, use the full-time, which you can leave on all the time. I'll put it back into two-wheel drive when we get on some much better roads. This is just still pretty nasty. It's like a icy, slushy mess here. I mean, it's bad. Finally, some good roads. Back in two-wheel drive. All the snow's melted out of the tree branches. Not as pretty going home. Not as cold either. Sun's starting to peek out in places. I actually have been running through some dry roads too. Other than that shows up out there or not, I don't know, but there is an icebreaker out there working right now. Coming up on the, going south on the Mackinac Bridge, heading downstate. Dad's ahead of that van up there somewhere. He's leaving me in the dust. That Journey flies down the road, this Cherokee, old Cherokee with its 410 gears. About 70 is about the max I do, and the speed limit is 75 on I-75, and I just don't push this old vehicle that hard anymore. There we go. I don't know if that shows up or not. Looks like I gotta get over a line here, maybe. Trucks are not allowed to go over, I think, 20 miles an hour on the bridge. Cars 45, weather permitting. If it's windy, then they can demand the car slow down. There's 2 icebreakers out there. There's Dad. This grating makes the vehicle kind of wiggle around. Oh, you can see Mackinac Island today. I'm not looking at the viewfinder, I'm watching the road. I'm just pointing the camera around, so I don't know if I'm getting things or not. I can't video and drive at the same time. I'm not that coordinated, so I just kind of stick the camera around and get some video. Down on the right foot of the bridge is Fort Michilimackinac, and on the left is Mackinac City. It seems like no matter where you go in this country, you can find Mackinac fudge. And that's where it originated from, there on the left, Mackinac City. Yuck. Yeah, who needs fudge? Just adds to my taters. Alright, I'll get a little video once we get flying down I-75, and then we'll call it good. Actually, the bridge is I-75, so we're on I-75 right now. And just got off at Grayling, or Gaylord I mean, headed towards Traverse City, and that's, if you can see over the snowbank, those are potato fields. If you want to buy Michigan potatoes, that's a potato field. It's Traverse, Grand Traverse Bay. Still looks iced over. It's a little broke up along the shoreline, so I don't think the ice is safe. Coming into Traverse City. It's been raining the last 100 miles or so, pretty good. Well, leaving Traverse City, it's actually been snowing most all morning here. It's 3 in the afternoon, and I'm getting ready to head downstate to home. So one last view of Grand Traverse Bay before we clear Traverse City. Snowing pretty good now. It's starting to stick in the trees, and gotta watch to make sure the roads don't get icy, as now it is below freezing again. Still cruising along pretty good, but just really gotta start paying attention. Yeah, looking good. The snow's let up a little bit, but it's still snowing out, and we're on M72 right now. Dad and Lynn headed back towards Paradise for a little while, and I'm headed back to my house. It really is.
In 1 mile, keep left onto I-75.
Well, obviously I'm back on I-75. So the rest of the way should be hopefully uneventful. There's the exit to Gladwin, where the 60 Pontiac Catalina sat for 40 years in a barn before I was able to get it. See Saginaw Bay on the Jeepus there. So yeah, it's just kind of really in the middle of nowhere. I thought I'd wrap this video up with a little video about the 2000 Jeep Cherokee that I took up north and all that snow. My folks bought this vehicle brand new, and it was my mom's vehicle, and she passed away in 2009, and my dad drove it for his vehicle, and then he had a Dodge diesel pickup, but we just kind of hung on to this as a spare vehicle. My dad drove it quite a bit until he bought his Journey, and now it just kind of sits. It has the 4-liter inline 6, and this is one clean Jeep for a 19-year-old vehicle. I mean, look at that. No rust. Inside's clean. It has the trailer package, so this is all factory stuff. It has the pin, you know, for if you have electric trailer brakes, and that's all factory installed. It's the Limited, so on the Limited you got, you know, chrome leather, aluminum wheels, the running boards. Kind of give you an overview of the interior. It's got the leather seats, the console. It's we put these mats in over the original style, so you know the carpet's like brand new in it. Look at the bottom of the doors. That's the way all 4 doors are. This vehicle has 0 rust, 0 body work, 0 paint work, and it's still like a brand new vehicle. It's been an extremely good vehicle. It's still mostly original. tires, the brakes, stuff like that have been done on it over the years. It's got 124,500 miles on it. Let me see how many miles that I put on it going up north. I'll take it up to my dad's tomorrow, and I'll fill it with gas on the way out. Put 898 miles on it. It's almost 900 miles in the past 5 days, and I'll top it off. It's got, with gas, it's got the cassette CD. That thing works good. All the speakers work. The AC works. Everything, 100% of everything works. The rear defroster, rear wiper washer, fog lights. It's got the, turn on the lights here. It's got the transfer case with 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive part-time, 4-wheel drive full-time, which means you can drive on hard dry pavement in that, and 4-wheel drive low. Those 2 4-wheel drives, you have to be in poor traction, and these good traction. Automatic overdrive. It's got 124,925 miles on it. The last oil change was I do them a year out, and so it's due 6/15/19, and we're at 316 right now, and it shows 125,941 is when the oil change is due. So it's had 2,000 miles put on it in almost a year, and I just put almost 1,000 of them on it in the past 5 days. This thing hadn't been driven since my dad bought his Journey back in December. I'll open up the hood too. And I cranked it up and took it on a 1,000-mile road trip with no issues at all. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a nice driving vehicle. Let me get the hood prop up. This is the original 4-liter 6. It's had spark plugs put in it, I think, once. It's never had the hoses changed. I've changed the coolant in it, I don't know, about every 5 or 6 years. I think the belt has been replaced once. The battery has been replaced twice, I think, and we may replace the battery here again soon, you know, because it's about 7-8-year-old battery, and it's nice, you know, this thing, keep it in good running order. But I just wanted to kind of give you a little overview under the hood. The hood, everything is really super clean. The hood light works still. The engine compartment light. Oil is still pretty clean in it. I changed the transmission. Transmission's nice and clean. Inside of the engine's clean. This engine has not cracked the head. It's still the original cylinder head. That was an issue with these Air Jeeps. And like I say, the AC blows ice cold still. So I just wanted to kind of go around. I'll give you a little shot of the undercarriage too. This is the passenger side undercarriage. See the transmission, suspension and whatnot. Let me just go around a little bit on the this side. The lighting isn't that great, but that's looking towards the front, driver's side. Transfer case. The bottom plug here. Let's see, light's so bad. The bottom plug there is a drain. That's the fill. Holds maybe a couple pints. I change that pretty regularly. The transmission on this actually has a drain plug in the sump, and I change that periodically. It still has all the original U-joints. The front axle U-joints have been replaced. But other than that, yeah, this old girl's pretty original for what it is, 19-year-old. It's a little wet underneath still. I washed the undercarriage when I, you know, had it out in all that crummy weather. So I wanted to desalt it, and I'll take it back up and park it back in my dad's garage and retrieve my pickup truck. So I just thought some of my viewers might be interested in seeing the Jeep station wagon. It's a Cherokee Limited again. Nice, clean. The back seat. The back seat, this folds up and the seat folds down. So there you go. Just a little quickie on the Cherokee. One last thing for the video. I got my helmet from up north. Hit the like button if you enjoyed my video. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.